Hi guys, it's Rachel. Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Today I will be doing a declutter video. If you're new to my channel, I do declutters a little bit differently. I edit my collection as I go. I don't wait until it's overwhelming and then like cut my collection in half. I just, as I'm going along, see things here or there that I'm not using or don't love anymore, and I put them in this box and save this box until it gets full, and then go over it with you guys with what I'm decluttering from my collection. And then I do find new homes for all of the products, aside from the products that do need to be trashed. Unfortunately, some things do need to be thrown away, but if you are interested in seeing what I am decluttering from my collection, let's jump into it. I do have some things bagged up already for people. So the first bag I have is for my best friend, and she chose out the Bare Minerals Meteor Shower Palette. This was a holiday limited edition release from Bare Minerals, I think in 2018, and it's really adorable. It's good quality, but it's limited edition, so I don't feel like I can use it on my channel, and I never reach for it, so it's time to give it to a home where it'll get some more love. And then she also chose the Milani Luster Light palette. This was an impulse buy that I made at Walmart, and I just don't like the quality of these shadows at all. They're beautiful and shimmery, and every time I swatch them, I'm like, I want this on my eyes, but every time I put them on my eyes, I'm disappointed. So hopefully Kristen enjoys these much more than I do, but for me, they just weren't a formula that I love. The last eyeshadow palette she picked was the Urban Decay After Dark palette. I honestly couldn't tell you when this was released. I think maybe 2015, 2016, something like that. It's several years old, I know that, and it was an all metallic palette that they came out with before they even came out with the Heavy Metals palette, which they claimed was their first all metal palette. And I was like, what about the After Dark? Do you don't remember releasing this? Because I have this right here, but whatever. But the only shade that I really ever am like holding on to this for is Fringe right here, because it's so unique. The rest of these metallic colors I have in other palettes, and I realized I have Fringe in my original Electric palette, the same exact shade from Urban Decay in another Urban Decay palette, so I don't need to keep this around anymore, so this is going to Kristen. I'm also decluttering the Pacifica A Light Clean Foundation. It is in the shade 37WL. I haven't had this for very long, but I just can't get this to work on my skin. Whether I use a sponge or a brush or whatever tool I use, it always sits on top of my skin and looks streaky and cakey, and I just can't get it to blend into my skin, if you know what I mean. So Kristen and I can be a similar skin tone, especially in the winter, so hopefully this one works out for her. Kristen also chose out the Bare Minerals Gen Nude Blush on the Mauve. I have several Gen Nude blushes, and I just found myself never reaching for this particular shade. It does have a bit of glitter in it. It's not shimmery, it just has glitter specks, and it is a mauve tone that's really similar to the one right here, Call My Blush, which doesn't have glitter in it and I already love. So these are really similar. Call My Blush is just a little bit lighter and I prefer it, and I always reach for it instead of this one. So this one is getting a new home. The last thing Kristen chose out was the Scorpio Moon lipstick from Colourpop. I believe these are discontinued. They're from the Zodiac collection by Kathleenlights and Colourpop, and I just have other similarly toned lipsticks that I can use on my channel because they aren't discontinued, so might as well pass this one on to someone who will get more use out of it. Next, I put together a bag of goodies for my soon-to-be stepdaughter. I have to do a chit chat, get ready with me talking all about what's going on in my life. But if you didn't hear in one of my recent videos, I did say that I am engaged and I am hopefully going to be married very soon, and I will become a stepmom to a 3-year-old little boy and a 7-year-old little girl. And the little girl loves playing with makeup, so I chose out some products for her to have to play with when she stays with us. And the first thing is the Zodiac palette by Colourpop and Kathleenlights. Now what I did is I took out the shades because the Colourpop palettes are magnetic. I took out the shades from some other Colourpop palettes that I didn't like and swapped them with the shades from this palette that I didn't want to part with. So this is not what the original palette looks like. This is a mismatch of like 3 different palettes, but I created my own custom palettes from a bunch of Colourpop palettes, and the rejects and the ones that I don't want are gonna be shadows for little Miss Zoe to play with. So I'm excited to pass that on to her. And then also the Norvina palette by Anastasia, because she loves pink and purple, and this is a very pink and purple palette. And I am not a fan of this palette. If you saw my palettes on probation, I was very unhappy with the way this palette performed. And so I don't mind it going and becoming play makeup at all. Also for Zoe, I got the blush trio from Anastasia in Peachy Love. This was gifted to me by my sister Jennifer, and I've used it a little bit, but every shade has glitter in it, and I like shimmery blushes, but I don't like specks of glitter in my blushes. And even though they're really pretty bright colors, I just don't understand why there's specks of gold glitter in them. It's not flattering. I don't like it. So this is gonna be play makeup. I'm also getting rid of the Glitter Shot in Iridescent from Smith & Colt. I have had this for a while, and I found that when I got far enough down, it's not really giving me much glitter anymore. It's just giving me like the creamy pigment stuff, and I really liked it for the chunky iridescent glitter. And it's just giving me the creamy stuff that the glitter was in now. So I thought it might be fun for a little kid to play with instead of just tossing it, but it's not what I like anymore. Like, I got through the top few layers and now it's just this creamy stuff, and where's all the glitter? Where's all the glitter? The last 2 things I put in Zoe's little bag is the All Night Goddess Gloss in Angelic, and then this Sprinkles Beauty Purple Lip Gloss, because her favorite colors are purple and pink, and I thought it would be fun for her to have a purple and a pink lip gloss. I just realized I went through saying why I'm giving those to Zoe and not why I'm getting rid of them, and I'm getting rid of those lip glosses because I just don't wear those colors. I don't like straight pink, and I don't really wear like straight purple unless it's for a costume look. And in that case, like, I have my Juvia's Place liquid lipstick that's straight purple, and then I can top it with a clear gloss or a sparkly gloss. Like, a sheer purple gloss is not going to give me the purple lips that I want for a costume look anyway, so that's why I'm passing those on. I'm going to be tossing this Cover FX mini setting spray. This is the High Performance Setting Spray 24-hour wear. This just leaked all over. Every time I sprayed it, it was just like out of the container, and it didn't really get on my face. It just got all over my hands. I think it might be the packaging. I can't speak to how the setting spray performs because I never really got it on my face. It just, every time I sprayed it, exploded all over my hands. It's going in the trash. There are a couple more eyeshadow palettes I'm passing on. First is the e.l.f. Bite Size Eyeshadow in Cream and Sugar. This I did a battle review with the Fenty Mini palette in the similar color story. And I just prefer the Fenty, and I don't think I need to have like two of the same exact color story palettes in my collection, so I'm going to find this a new home for someone who will love it. The last palette I'm decluttering is the Naked Ultimate Basics. It is the Urban Decay All Matte palette, and I do have another all matte palette that I prefer more than this, and I hardly ever reach for this. I don't think I've reached for this for over a year, so I'm sure I can find a new home I'm sure I can find this a new home where it'll get a lot more love. I'm also decluttering a Laura Mercier Caviar stick. This is in the shade Raspberry. It's just a cream shadow stick. And I do like shadow sticks, and this was gifted to me by Influencer with a couple other shades. I just don't think I'll ever wear this pinky shimmery shade. I don't know. Let me swatch it. So if you see that right there, I don't think that's ever a shadow stick I'll be reaching for, so I'm going to find it a new home. I did do quite a big lip product declutter because when I moved, I had to reorganize all of my makeup, and I have different makeup storage than I had before, and I just had to like make things fit in a different space. So my lip products kind of just were overwhelming in the new organization. So I did quite a big declutter and have quite a few lip products here that I'm passing on. First of all is this Girlactic Gloss Duo. This was a free gift with purchase when I purchased like an eye set from Girlactic one time from Macy's, and this just leaks. It just, like, this oily substance oozes out of it, and it's really messy. It's really beautiful. I especially love this gold end, which is called Diamonds. It's so beautiful, and their clear gloss is actually good for using as like an eye gloss or a face gloss too, but I have a separate full-size tube of the clear gloss, so I don't need to keep it for this, and I have similar glosses to this from other brands. So since this is leaking everywhere, I'm just gonna toss it. I also have this Sprinkles of Beauty lip gloss. It's by my friend Patricia Sprinkles. She is switching to candle making. I'm not sure if she'll go back to making lip glosses, but this one also leaks. And it is a beautiful like metallic like gold purpley shift, and it smells amazing. But I just hate when my lip products leak, especially with the way I have to store them now. Like, it gets all over everything if one of them is leaking, so this is going in the trash. Then I'm passing on the Nudely Interrupt Ulta lipstick. This was a free gift with purchase, and I just have several similar shades to this in lipstick form already that I don't really need another one, and the formula is like okay. It's nothing that I'm super stoked about, so I am going to be finding it a new home. I'm going to be passing along a couple Lorac lip glosses in the shade Beach Babe and Duchess. I just have so many shades in this like pinky nude tone that I felt overwhelmed by how many pinky nude glosses I had. So I kind of went through all of my pinky nude glosses and swatched them, and I felt like these were similar enough to ones I already have that I could pass them on. I might just be tossing them though. I mean, they still seem good, but they are like a couple years old, so I'm not sure because I think they have like a year shelf life. Even though I still use them after that long, I don't know that it'd be good to pass them on to other people when they're older than that, if you know what I mean. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with these, but I don't need them anymore. Alright, these are the last few lip products and last few things in the box that I'm decluttering. So first of all, we have the Dear Darlene tint from Etude House. This is just a product that I don't reach for. If I want a lip tint, I do not want to tint my lips a deep red. That I would love a lip tint that's in a more nude everyday color, but I don't want to have a stain and a tint that is like a deep red like this. That's just not my style. If I want something that's an effortless like tint and stain product, I want it like a more everyday color, and this is a very bold color. I'm also passing on to BH Liquid Linen Lipsticks. These are in the shade, let's see, I can't figure out which shade they're in. There's a red one and a nude one, and I have already tons of red and tons of nude liquid lipsticks that I love. So these were just like my least favorite, and I decided they had to go. Then we have the My Sweet Peony Bare Minerals Gen Nude Liquid Latex, I think they call these. This is like their shiny liquid lipstick, and I have another shiny liquid lipstick that I like from Bare Minerals, but this one is just too bright of a pink that is just not my shade, even though I like the formula. Like, I like their shiny lipstick formula a lot. I just don't like this bright pink shade, so it's getting a new home. Then I have another Ulta gift with purchase. This is the Jelly Gloss Lip Gel, and I have no idea what the shade is. It doesn't say. I just don't prefer this kind of squeezy tube application for my gloss. I prefer, excuse me, I prefer like a doe foot applicator, and I also don't really like this formula that much. I find it pretty sticky, so this is getting passed on. And last but not least, we have another Almay Goddess gloss in the shade Mystic, and this is a really unique like purpley blue shade. But what I find is that I prefer a lighter lip gloss that like brightens the center of my lip, and this one just adds darkness to the center of my lip. I mean, in a situation like this with these dark lips, like of course this would be brighter than this, but for the most part with the shades that I wear, this would be darker and this would darken the center of my lips, so it's just not my preference anymore. And that is everything that I've decluttered recently. And oh my gosh, do you see that? That stain is from those lip products that were leaking, and that setting spray that was leaking. It's ruining my declutter box. Oh my gosh. Anyway, that was everything I've decluttered within the past few months. Let me know what you guys have decluttered out of your collection recently. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you have not already. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!